Hi, parents. I wanted to make a video to show you some things from the teacher side about what we see with our students at the end of a quarter. You can see I just got these two emails about, can I boost my grade? Can you change my grade? Now, these are grades already in the grade book. And at CMIT, there's not supposed to be any changes. So I don't know why students are asking, but it's a reactionary thing, right? And also, I'm putting this video on my YouTube channel. If you search something like Mr. Field integers, Mr. Field word problems, these videos will come right up. And there are learning strategies, math songs that I've written, and then all the instructional videos for my classes. And I'm going to make one more playlist that is helpful tips to parents, because I've noticed that in middle school, things change a little bit from elementary in terms of communication from the students, right? There's less of it. So I've created the different levels. This is level 0. You know, if Steve Urkel didn't need a lot of parent involvement because he was in his basement doing science experiments, right? So if you know that your scholar is level 0, getting all A's, maybe they don't need a lot of involvement, and that's fine, but there's not a lot of Steve Urkels out there. So I have made this level chart for my classes, level 0 through 5. And so I'm going to show you what each level is in terms of the student and what I believe is an appropriate level of parent involvement for the middle school student. So we just showed you Steve Urkel, that student, and for a level 5 student, level 0 parent involvement will probably work, right? But what about level 1? So parenting level 1 involvement would be when you get that progress report or report card. That's when you can step in, but that only happens if the scholar is already kind of got everything under control. So if you see that's not the case, then you'd want to step it up to level 2. So level 1 is for the level 4 student. So I showed you that level 0 through 5. The level 4 students are the students that are, getting an A and giving other people feedback in the class. So if they're doing that, then just checking their graded progress report or report cards is going to work. Then there's level 2 parent involvement. That's when the grades go into the grade book, school max, and assessments, and that's when you step in. And that does work if the scholars are, again, basically self-regulating, semi-self-regulating, and they may just need some support here and there. So in class, I call those the level 3 students. Those are the students that are getting things right, maybe making a few mistakes here and there, but generally they're getting all their work done and even performing well on assessments. But a lot of students are level 2. So level 2 requires level 3 parent involvement. And this is what I would love to see more of as we start quarter 3. Parents looking at the classwork and homework once a week to make sure of completion and accuracy, especially on the computer. When the computer grades it, looking at accuracy is easy. It's just looking at the score the computer gives. And this will really help your scholars self-regulate. I've heard many parents say, I asked them and verbally they told me this is what's going on. And I think at this point in the year, whether that's worked or whether it hasn't. And if it hasn't worked, you're not alone. Many families are facing that same issue. That's because right now their student is a level 2. That means they're getting some things right, but they're getting some things wrong. And so that once a week check will really help them and send them back to class ready to self-advocate. Now, there's also some students that are at level 1. That requires level 4 involvement. That means once a day, making sure of completion and accuracy. So not just verbally, but having them show you their work. And you don't have to know it, but you know what good writing looks like, and you know what it looks like when work is shown on a math problem. And the students don't always. So you can really help your scholar, regardless of whether you know the math or not. You can help them self-advocate and say, go back to class and ask about this tomorrow. And then I want you to show it to me again tomorrow. And this conversation could be 5 minutes, but it could be the most important 5 minutes spent for your child's math education, you know, that day. And that's going to be appropriate and really helpful for the level 1 student. That's a student that's struggling in class and not really understanding a lot at the moment. What they need, not necessarily Mathnasium or Kumon, they need level 4 parent involvement. They need once a day check-ins, sending them back to their teacher, knowing what they need to ask about in class. In middle school, this is necessary. I just had a conference with a student in the hallway who said, yeah, I think I'll just ask for some extra resources. And I said, no, you need to go talk to your teacher. So they don't know exactly what to do. They just know they want help, and they need us to be a united front ready to help them. And I know that parents are busy. I have 3 children myself, and I am extremely busy. But these checks that I'm asking for are just 5-minute checks within the day. Level 5, though, this is the one that we all have to threaten, and hopefully don't have to do. That's when you gotta make an appointment to come to school, or say, I don't care if they won't let me in. I'll be on a Zoom call sitting next to you because, you're acting up in class. And a lot of times the students that need level 5 are not getting nearly the parent involvement. And that is the issue. The students that we see acting up in the school building, we can't even get a hold of their parents a lot of times. And that is a big problem. So there are students that we need to help them begin and maintain healthy learning routines. This is not a routine level though, but that would be appropriate for the level 0 student, the student that's shut down. They're not showing signs that they try. They're going to the bathroom all the time. They're acting out in class. That's when we really need those parents to step in and support our teachers, support the students. And those are the 5 levels of parent involvement. I hope that it provides clarity, and I am ready and available to answer any questions that you have. Thank you so much for listening.